This has been the ultimate surron build until now. This 72 volt battery from Chai Batteries triples the stock power. In order to run 72 volts, you need an upgraded controller. This is a BAC 4000 from Moto Bros. Now there's different variations to this setup, different controllers, different batteries, but they all run about the same power. And that's because the limiting factor, the bottleneck, is not the battery or the controller, it's the motor. In fact, the only stock parts of this bike are the frame and the motor. So let's change that. I can't believe I'm saying this, but in this video, I'll be upgrading the controller and the motor with the highly anticipated KO kit. KO, let's go. Here we go. Moment of truth. Just try not to cut myself like last time. Motor, controller. Oh, damn. Wow. Damn. These look sick. Okay, before we throw on the new motor and controller, I'm going to test my 1/8 mile track time on the 72 volt setup I'm currently running. I've got the app right here, and the moment I move, it's going to start timing me. Keep in mind I'm running 12-inch wheels with a 62 tooth sprocket. Okay, 10.55 on the app. Top speed 55 miles per hour. Let's run it back one more time just to be scientific. Wow, almost identical, 10.5. Just a little bit faster than that first one. Max speed 56.5 miles per hour. So now we've got a little bit of an idea what we're working with, so then we can really see the improvement with this KO setup. Okay, the bike is naked. We've got the old surron motor, BAC 4000 and harness, next to the new KO controller and KO motor. I mean, look how beautiful this upgrade is gonna be. Nope. This is so much harder than
Right? Yeah.
Oh, it's so much easier with the helping hand. This bike is running 30 kilowatts. My last setup was 14. The stock surron is 5 kilowatts. The only thing stock about this surron is literally the frame. That's the only thing left. I've got the KO motor, the KO controller, the Chai battery. Double the power right now. I'm so nervous, so excited. Nothing else to say. Let's try it out. There's no power levels. It's just full power all the time. Here we go. Oh my God, I'm so nervous. Barely touch the throttle, it's already going. You didn't bring your bike?
No, I thought you guys were working on shit.
We are. This is my first test ride on the KO. See you at the end. Oh my God. You barely touched the throttle and it's already flying. Hold up. Ooh, low top speed. We gotta tune this a little bit. Super torquey. Whoa. So this is full throttle. How's that full throttle? We gotta do some tuning. That was maxed out. That was full throttle. Yeah, right? Because there's no display yet, which I gotta say is not good for KO. They should definitely have a display so you can choose your power levels. Because they don't have that, you've only got one power level, so you have to tune everything how you like it. So, just got off the phone with KO. I'm pretty disappointed. He's telling me the reason it's going slow is because of my gear ratio. But I've been running the same gear ratio on the stock motor in the BAC, and it's been totally fine. So we're gonna have to see exactly what setting is making this top out at like 40, 45 miles an hour. Instead of at least 60. I was hitting 55 on that 8th mile test. There's no reason this should be going slower. Ready? Here's a full throttle test on what's supposed to be 30 kilowatts, fastest surron setup in the world. Let me pull full throttle right here. This is the top speed. This is stock surron top speed. Unacceptable. We really got to retune this. Nothing ever works the first time. Let's see. I mean, that's got to make a difference, right? Because it's all about RPMs. I'm not gonna lie, I was expecting more from this. I was expecting them to know their tune better, and I was expecting to go faster. Okay, so this Android phone is gonna be measuring in real time all the information we need to know, and it graphs it out. It's pretty cool. This is why every e-biker needs an Android in their toolbox. Here we go. Full throttle. Oh, it feels so bad. It's so chunky. This is so bad. It's like way too much power off the line, and then like nothing up top, which is expected with this gear ratio. But also, like, the stock motor and the BAC were handling this gear ratio better than the KO. All right, let's see. Can you see if there was a cutout? Ah, is that a cut? Oh, that cut, baby. Let's see what KO is saying. Nothing. They're not even giving me advice on how to change this. What? I wish it didn't look so cool, or else I would just throw my BAC right back on. Because it also feels goofy when you're hitting the throttle. It's like chunky. Even when you're holding it at a consistent level, it's like ruh. I don't like it. Damn, and there's the Halloween ride in like 2 days. I'm gonna have to switch back.
Worst comes to worst, we just put it all back.
I know, that would be such a shame though.
Yeah, but I mean, it's their fucking fault.
No, because they kept saying, oh, like, we'll get it all set up for you, and then we get it all set up, and they're like, oh, we don't know why it's so slow. Bruh. I really don't like how it feels. I think it's because we're running so much power through such a crazy ratio that it's too much. But also, again, the stock motor and the BAC handled this ratio fine, so it shouldn't be an issue. Yeah, they were saying the field weakening's better on the BAC, but nothing should be better on the BAC. This costs more than a BAC 8000. My BAC 4000 was handling this ratio fine without even retuning it. I didn't even retune it when we switched the ratio. Okay, we cannot figure out how to get this the way we expect it to work. So I reached out to GritShift. They're the ones who sent me these beautiful 12-inch wheels. They're awesome for this stuff. They gave me some tuning advice. They've been playing around with the KOs for a while now. So let's go ahead, do an 8th mile run to compare it to the original setup before wrapping up this video. This will not be the last KO video. It needs some work. Here we go. KO motor in its one and only power mode, because there's no way to change the power levels unless you open the app and do everything on the back end. Full throttle 8th mile run. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Definitely faster. Faster than stock, but not as fast as I want it to be. You're kidding! You're kidding! That was fucking slower. How is that slower? I think if I remember correctly, we were doing 10.55. This is 11. Let's see, maximum speed, 53 miles per hour, slower than before. Let's go ahead and run it back in the other direction. Not good, KO. $3,000 upgrade kit and I'm going slower than before. I can't keep that wheel down. I'll give him credit, it's definitely torquey on the low end. All right, I gotta do one more because the wheel did come up in that one. But that is, again, another 11-second eighth mile. Let me record another one. I really came in with some high expectations, and I still have high expectations. I know the potential of this bike is there. 3, 2, 1.
That one was shitty.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. Okay, KO with the 9.2. Interesting. Fascinating. All right, I'm gonna have to do it a fourth time. So far we've got 2 11-second runs and now a 9.2, which does beat the last setup. Okay, that's good. The world makes sense. Here we go. Last run, and then I'm ending it. Save the rest for another day. 3, 2, 1. 10.86. Fascinating. Okay, the results are not impressive. 3 out of those 4 runs were slower than the original setup. So those were not the results I was expecting or hoping for. This is running 30 kilowatts in theory at its peak, and it's just not beating the times I was expecting it to after comparing it to the stock motor in the BAC 4000. I know there's way more potential in this. As always, thank you so much for watching. As I do.
Yeah.